My philosophy is slower is faster, and I do a lot of ladder work, what I call ladder work. Going up, 3 or 4 runs on the ladder, and then coming back down to your foundation. And then just you keep going back and forth and building trust and asking more of your horse each time. And sometimes it looks like paint drying, because it gets boring sometimes, but it's just methodical and going slow, and keep pushing the horse and asking new things of him, but then coming back to an area where he's comfortable and building that confidence back up, and then getting a little more each time. And really taking your time and feeling what the horse is telling you to do. If the horse is getting tense and acting up, then you want to go a little bit slower. And listen to him, and maybe stop where you're at there and get off of him and be happy with that. And then on the next time, ask a little bit more of him and take him back to where he was uncomfortable, and he might give you a little bit more. I believe if you get to that uncomfortable spot and you keep pushing, that's when you get yourself in trouble. You're better off to take those steps up to the ladder, get to that 4th or 5th run, find out he's got tension, drop back down to number 2 or number 3 where he's comfortable, get his confidence back up, and then ask of him again, and never put him in that situation where he feels like he doesn't have a choice. One of the things that I see is, people, they'll take their horse to a trainer, and they'll ask the trainer, I want my horse to be able to do this, and the trainer will say okay, and at the end of 90 days you come out and the trainer brings the horse out and he shows you just what you asked for. He gives you that. Except for what happens is the trainer can get the horse to do it, but he's never taught the person how to do that. And the person doesn't have the relationship with the horse and doesn't know what buttons to push and how to ask the horse to do that. So what happens is you take the horse home, and after 2-3 weeks the horse is on autopilot, and then he realizes, hey, this person doesn't know where the buttons are, and they're not asking me correctly, and I just did this and they let me get away with it. So I really don't have to pay attention to these people. I can do what I want. And then the horse starts taking over, and then in a couple weeks, you're right back to where you were. And what happens is, sometimes if you really believe in the trainer, you'll take the horse back to that same trainer, and he works on him another 90 days, and it's just a vicious cycle. Or you badmouth the trainer, and he really didn't do anything wrong. He did what you asked him to do. But then you take it to another trainer, and he's got another method. Now the one that's really hurting is the horse, because he just learned 90 days this way. And then you take him to another trainer, and he's got his own method. Same, but it's going to be a little different. And now the horse has to unlearn what he learned in 90 days, learn this new way in 90 days, and the person still didn't get trained. And then that's where your big gap is not training the owner of the horse. So what I like to do is I like to teach you how to train your horse. Because I'm not always going to be there, or no other trainer is always going to be there. I feel you need to learn how to row your own boat, per se, and take control from the beginning. And then also, if you do everything from the beginning on your own, you know everything about your horse. Even when I start colts, I like the people to be there. I like to see the people. I like to have the people there so they can see the horse buck and see how he acts and see how he gets upset, and how you get back control of that when that happens, because it's going to happen. You know, there's an exception to every rule, but if you're on horses long enough and you're around horses long enough, you're going to get in those situations. And the only way, you can read all the books in the world, you can have the best trainer in the world tell you this is what's going to happen and this is what you need to do, but until you're in those situations, you don't know how to do it. So I believe, you know, being in a controlled environment and slowly putting people into those situations and hopefully not getting them into a real bad situation, you know, stopping them before it gets there, but letting them control that stuff a little bit and learn how to get that horse back to them without them getting in trouble, and giving them the knowledge so the next time they're a little bit more secure when that happens, and they feel safer, and when they feel safer, they can give better support to their horse. That's it for today.